Buy a car, you borrow money, we deduct the interest, Jason, which is so incredible. Nobody ever heard of that. Middle class, nobody ever got deductions like that. The bill is unbelievable. In fact, we really don't need any other votes because we have everything in that. That's why it's a great, big, beautiful bill. And Scott Bessent is here, who's done a fantastic job. And he's one of the people, one of the writers of it, gave plenty of good ideas. And I think Howard is here someplace. Where's Howard Lutnick? Howard, thank you very much. I call them the Bobbsey twins. They're the most different human beings I've ever met. They're both great, but one is a little bit different than the other, like by about 200 yards. And they're fantastic, and they get along great. But the administration has been amazing. And what we've done has not been done. A lot of people, even the people that are not necessarily lovers of President Trump, and some of them are right there in the fake news, but they said that nobody's done what we've done in 7 months, a little more than 7 months. When you think of it, we stopped 7 wars. And the war that I thought was going to be the easiest is probably the most difficult. That's the Ukraine and Russia. I thought that would be easier, the relationship with President Putin, all of that. It didn't matter. It's ended up being probably the most difficult. But we stopped wars. One was going on for 31 years. They said it was unstoppable. I got it done in about 2 hours. Another one, 35 years, and another one, 37 years. And we got them all done. But we got 7 of them done. We ended up stopping the potential nuclear disaster in Iran with, I think, one of the greatest military trips ever taken. Nobody's ever seen anything like it. We flew the B-2 bomber. They flew for 36 hours. Not a single mishap, not a single problem. And those pilots were great. I invited them to the Oval Office a month ago, and they came in handsome. They looked just like Tom Cruise. They looked just like, I'm telling you, they were great. They were, every one of them, and they were looking forward to that mission. I said, did you really want to go? They said, sir, we've been waiting for 22 years. They said, for 22 years, their predecessors have been practicing 3 to 4 times a year that mission, because they knew someday they had to take it out. And they said, no other president had the courage to let us go, sir, and you did. I said, were you happy or unhappy about that? And they could not have been happier. They loved it. They were so disappointed when I heard one of the news outlets give the information as to when we were taking off, when we were landing. I called our great General Kane. As you know, he's done a I don't know if he's here, but he did a phenomenal job, and he's done a phenomenal job, head of the Joint Chiefs now, because he wiped out ISIS. So, you know, General Kane, I was told it would take 4 years to defeat ISIS. He did it in 4 weeks. I said, he's my guy for the top. And he really knows how to win. But what we've done has been incredible. I'm so happy about that, but I'm really happy when you see almost $17 trillion will be invested in this country over the next few months, actually. We started from the day we came in. November 5th was a big day. It was Liberation Day in a lot of different ways. It's a lot of different forms of liberation. But what we really have is something that I don't think any country has ever had. We're going to have over 17 trillion, and that number is going to go much higher than that, invested in our country, and it's being invested right now as we speak.